How's it going, guys? I'm out here doing some long range shooting today, and I got my hands on a Mossberg MVP. There are a wide variety, a huge array of MVP guns out there. I've been interested in a number of them, but really I wanted to get my hands on the platform and just kind of see how I liked it. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to stretch it out to 100 yards first with a handful of different rounds to see sort of where we're placing at 100 yards. If we're doing well at 100, what I'm going to do after that, or try to do after that, is maybe ring a little Grizzly Targets popper that I've also got at 100 yards. See if we can ring that a few times. I've also got my Action Target Evil Roy 10-inch at 300 yards. Then I've even got a man-sized silhouette at 500 yards. We'll see if we can connect with that as well. Might as well play a little bit while we've got some beautiful daylight here today. So let's get to work with this gun and see what we got. One of the things I love about this platform, at least in theory, without having shot it yet, is that it takes AR mags, AR-10 mags. So what we have here, if I can pop that out, is a short PMag, a 10-round PMag. If you got a 20-round, that'll work in here as well. But that right there is a huge selling point. The magazines are widely available, they're cheap, and they're very effective, they're very durable. So that is a huge selling point, as I said before. Let's get some rounds inside this magazine and see what kind of groups we're going to get. Let's start with some Freedom munitions. We're going to go with 155 grain AMAX to start. And I want to remember my ears next time. Now we're doing 175 grain hollow point boat tail. Got a nice trigger on it, I'll tell you that. It's got, I guess, Mossberg's version of the Accu-Trigger with a little blade down the middle of it, which feels nice. Take-up's very soft, very easy, and the break is nice and surprising. So that's what you want. Felt a little off to the left that time, and that one felt slightly low. 168 grain Berger hollow point boat tail. Pulled that one low, I think. Felt right on. That one felt pretty good too. Lastly, we've got Sierra Match Kings 175 grain boat tail hollow points. All right, that's it. Let's go take a look at our groups. Okay, there's my shooting position. Now let's look at our 100-yard groups. We've got Freedom Munitions AMAX first off. And there's our group with the flyer. It's about a 3-inch group. If you cut that flyer out, it's about a 3/4 inch group, but that's only 2 shots. So I feel like we need more data on that. However, we're probably going to stop there for that particular round for this gun today. We've got the Freedom Munitions boat tail hollow point 175 grain with about a 7/8 inch group, so well inside of an MOA. So great job on that one. Low, obviously, at 100 yards because of the heavier bullet, whereas the 155 grain AMAX is pretty much right on, minus the flyer. We've got Freedom Munitions 150 grain remanufactured at 1 3/4 inches. Now, I think that's is that a boat tail? No, I think that's just an FMJ. FMJ at 100 yards for 150 grain remanufactured. Again, that's 1 3/4 inches. I don't feel like that's too bad. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you might stock up on as an alternative to the really accurate and expensive stuff. That could be a great option there. Then the Hornady 155 grain AMAX doing fantastic, 3/4 inches at 100 yards. 155 grain AMAX again, looking real good there, and just a little bit below the bullseye. So yeah, this gun is definitely dialed in for 155 grain. Once again, there's the AMAX Hornady, and there's the AMAX Freedom Munitions. So it definitely likes the 155 grain AMAX. We're going to be shooting a little more of that AMAX here in a minute. Probably a good bit more of the Freedom munitions. Let's come over here to the other groups. The HSM Burgers. I can't remember if that's boat tail, hollow point, or what. I'll look at the box again. But 1 1/8 inch, not too bad. That should be all 3 of my rounds in there. If there's a, oh, that could be the other one actually. Yeah, actually that is the other one. Dang it, I didn't notice that. So that is my 3rd round. That opens that up quite a bit. From 1 1/8 to probably 2 1/8, maybe 2 1/2, 2 1/4, probably 2 1/4. I'm gonna call that 2 1/4. Dang it, oh well. Wish I'd noticed that at first. Here's the Federal Gold Medal Match 175 grain, low again because of the weight of the bullet. 1 1/4 inches, and that is pretty typical for what I've seen from that bullet. Unless you're really locked in and rested unbelievably well. Right around an MOA to slightly over an MOA is pretty typical. 3/4 of an MOA is the best I've done thus far with that round through my Savage Model 10T. But this MVP is doing pretty well at 1 1/4 at 100 yards. So I just had a series of really good connections on both that Grizzly Targets popper out there at 100 yards and my Evil Roy 10-inch at 300 yards. Lots of good connections with all the 155 grain AMAX, 175 grain hollow point boat tail, and the 150 grain FMJ remanufactured, all from Freedom Munitions. Freedom Munitions, by the way, does a great job with their ammo. You can buy their stuff for 5% off using code TLBS. They are a big supporter of my channel and I appreciate it. However, all those shots were not captured by the cameras. They both conveniently died. So we're gonna recreate some of that right now. We've got a few shots of the, let's see here, that's the 155 grain AMAX. I'm gonna load that up. I will demonstrate it at 300 and then I'll try to get it out to 5. Then we've got the 175 grain. Also did a great job. We're gonna go ahead and knock that popper. It's a pretty good luck on that popper with the 175. It was real easy to hit actually. When we got out to that 300 yard Evil Roy, things got a little trickier. I'm pretty much guessing what my holdover is for these different weights and velocities of ammo. So that's the 175 there, the 155. We're also gonna get the 150 grain. That surprisingly has done okay at 300 as well. So we'll put maybe 10 rounds of that in a PMag here. Starting out with 175 grain hollow point boat tail, hitting that popper at 100 first, then we're gonna move straight to that 300 yard Evil Roy. Oh yeah. Easy to hit, 100 yards. Let's take it out to that 300 yard Evil Roy, see how we do. Not bad, first shot. See if we can keep that up. Just off to the right, I think. There it is. Just gotta hold it right on. Oh, felt that one go off to the right. Yep. Yep. Felt that one. And I think that is it. Some good connections with the 175 grain boat tail hollow points. Pretty easy. Let's get that remanufactured stuff on there. Go to the popper first, then onto the 300. Well, yanked it off to one side, I think. Oh yeah. That's how you do it. Nice. All right, that's easy. Let's see if we can get that 300-yard target. A little bit of holdover. No, not quite. Let's try it again. Just off to the right, it looked like. There it is. Gotta hold it right on. I think we will nail it again. Yep. Don't know where that one went to. Yep. And we've got no more. Some pretty good connections though. 300 yards. Now let's see if we can get that AMAX 155 grain at 300. Do one or two. Not quite. Let's go again. There it is. Try one more of those. Oh, hate to end on a miss. You have to take my word for it. Connected pretty regularly with it earlier. We're down to 3 rounds left of all the AMAX that I brought from Freedom Munitions, so we're going to hold on to that. We are going to load up the rest of this PMag, I think, with the remanufactured stuff, because it's doing okay. And we're going to take this Full Metal Jacket reman out to 500 yards. I'm going to try anyways. I have no idea what my drop is on this gun. I might have to dial it back a little bit in order to get enough of a, I don't know, enough of a field of view to see my drop. But I think that we can figure it out, and we're going to try. There's the AMAX. There's 175 grain boat tail hollow point. I'm going to play around at 500 with this gun and just see if I can make it happen. So we'll do that's the 175 there, boat tail hollow point, and the reman right there. Let's see what we can do. By the way, the Nikon Monarch 7i VR, or vibration reduction rangefinder, has been helping me out today, ranging these targets out to, like I said, 100, 300, 500 yards. It's a fantastic rangefinder, not a cheap one, but really, really good and well worth the money. All right, there's my 500 yard. I guess that went over. Hey, 500 with remanufactured ammo. Oh yeah. Whew. Easy. Hitting 500 yards, man-sized target, remanufactured 308 from Freedom Munitions. Yeah, buddy. Can't miss. Oh yeah. Whew. Oh my gosh, that is a blast. Love long range when it works. What I was shooting just then was 150 grain remanufactured FMJ from Freedom Munitions. We got 175 grain boat tail hollow point, also from Freedom Munitions, that I just put in the gun. We're gonna see how this stuff performs. Gonna have to hold a little higher, I think. Yep, guessed that one pretty well too. Again, easy. Solid. Ah, that one went over the top, I think. Off to one side, I think, maybe. There it is. Yep. Oh yeah. Shoot. And knocked it down. Okay, well, we'll go back out to 300 for one. I think this is my last round. All right. So my experience with the Mossberg MVP platform is admittedly very minimal. In fact, it's just this gun right here that I've got any experience with. But my experience thus far is that this is a very accurate gun, particularly for the money. Can you get more accurate than this? Yep, you can. But that kind of accuracy, that ease of use, and again, it is quite easy to use. The bolt feels great. The trigger feels really nice. It's a simple gun. It's effective, and with it coming in such a wide array of configurations and calibers as well. There's target models, there's hunting models, there are even defensive models, I believe, in the sort of the scout or the patrol variety of the MVP. So you can really get any number of different types of MVPs out there. And I would assume that they are all as accurate and reliable as this one right here. If that's the case, I heartily recommend the MVP platform. I'm really interested in it. I think I need to get one of my own. We did say that it takes PMags. That's a 10 round PMag right there. 20 rounders are completely compatible as well. And yeah, short of that, awesome gun. I think I need to get one. Thanks for watching. I'm Late Boy Scout. We'll see y'all later.